Right, so we're in BeamNG.Drive and I'm going to be showing you how to roll coal in all the stock vehicles in BeamNG.Drive. So this is, first of all, we'll start with the city bus because it's something I've been messing with. As you're about to see, everything is, all mods are switched off apart from two, which is the skin pack for the bus and the super nitrous, because I can also show you how to adjust the strength for the engine. And this will include all the other vehicles as well. We're just going to be doing it on the bus. So this is the complete stock bus. There is no mods in, nothing that could change the smoke. I'm going to start it up and show you what the smoke looks like on default BeamNG.Drive. There really is nothing. So if I rev it up, there is absolutely nothing. So that is completely stock BeamNG.Drive, and we're going to change that. So to begin, we do need to actually exit out of BeamNG.Drive. So for this actually to edit the files to work, so you want to exit. Now I'm already in the file, so I'm actually going to quit out, and I'm just going to get there ready, show you where it is. So you should all know where the directory is by now. So wherever you have it installed, if it's a backup or whatever, it should be on your local disk. Programs. And then look for Steam, Steam Apps, Common, and then you want to go for BeamNG.Drive. Then once you're in a BeamNG.Drive folder, you also want to look for Content, and then Vehicles. So in here, this is where the editing. This is where we can start editing all the particles for the smoke. Now BeamNG.Drive is limited to how much smoke it makes, so you can put the number as high as you want, and it's not going to go beyond a certain threshold. So today I'm only going to be doing it on the city bus, but it works for all vehicles exactly the same. So once you click on city bus, it should open up in a RAR file. Go to vehicles, city bus, and then here you should see a bunch of files. Now what we want to look for is city bus engine JBeam. So you'll have access panels, you'll have bombs and everything. You can adjust all this. This is stuff you get, the cape and the flexibility of the cape, whatever. But we are looking for city bus engine JBeam. It's just underneath driver's seat. Once you've got that, you do want to actually drag that onto your desktop as a backup, because if you change the files in this and you decide you don't like it, instead of having to check your local cache or whatever it is you do, you can just drag it back in and start fresh. So once you've dragged that onto your desktop, which I've done here, you want to just open that up in your RAR file, and you'll get a ton of different text. So we today are going to be looking for the engine particles. So if you go from the top and scroll down a few times, it should be fuel system, exhaust, cooling and engine, engine durability, and node beam interface. So we want to go to exhaust, which is this one here. And in here it says particles. So as long as you've got the game closed, it should work perfectly fine. So it goes beyond, it can only go so far past the threshold. So even if I were to put in, say, 9.9, which is ridiculously more than what the stock 0.15 is, it won't be massively crazy because BeamNG can only go so far. So this is the basic setup. There is more to come. If you want the quality of the textures coming out the smoke to be a lot higher, you're going to want to change the instant after fire and sustained after fire smoke as well. Now changing this changes the quality of the textures that come out the smoke. So we're just going to change it to 9.9 for now. You can go high, but it's not going to make any difference. You want to save it. Once you've saved it, you have to exit out of the notepad, because otherwise it doesn't actually save it in the RAR. So once you've exited it out, you just want to press yes because it says you want to update it. Yep. Once it's updated, you've got to load BeamNG.Drive back up. Choose whatever map you desire. I always seem to have the small island. I think it's just a nice area to sort of set it up. Right, once you are in, you want to spawn your city bus. So I've got, like I said, texture pack, doesn't matter, but just spawn it, and you'll soon see straight away the smoke difference coming out the back. Now what I'll do is I'll do a side-by-side comparison, as you can see the difference. Much more smoke, and the quality of the smoke is really nice, and Actually, it's better than I thought it was going to be. But if you rev it up, I think we're rolling some coal now. So now we've done that. That is as easy as that, and you can do that with every single vehicle. I do it with the bus personally, just because it was what I had set up. But now I want to bring the revs up and change the revs of the engine. Then as you can see, it's 2,000 and a bit. So we need to do the same thing again. So we want to quit out of the BeamNG.Drive. Open your JBeam engine up, which you should have all preloaded already. And here you can also change the torque for each RPM. You can change the max RPM, the idle. There's loads of different things you can change. So we're just going to change the max RPM. We're going to go to above 3,000. And friction, I'm going to want down to 1. Roughness, so when it idles the revs jump up and down just a bit. We'll turn that down as well. Dynamic friction, we'll have down to 1. And I think that's everything. And engine durability. So the game can only take so much. So the revs them sort of revs will easily break the engine. So here we go. If you've got just underneath where we said exhaust, particulates, and everything like that, you want to go to engine durability, and it says max torque rating and over torque rating damage. So to be stupid, if you just want to make sure you're good, do 9,000, and over torque as well, do 9,000, just so you know you're safe. Then just save it as usual, then exit out and press yes, and then load BeamNG.Drive back up. Right, so we're now in. We're going to spawn the bus nice and quickly. I've left the smoke, so the smoke still looks fantastic. Loads of smoke right there. But can you see the revs now on the right hand side are up to 3,000? And because we've also changed the durability of the engine, it can take that sort of power. So if I rev it up, so as you know, that's not normal for the bus. But we've also got nitrous. Now I've got the nitrous on this bus. I believe I've now got it up to 1,500 kilowatts. Now with the stock engine that had the durability on it, would easily blow it up. But because we've changed the durability on the engine, it will take this nitrous. If I come around here and go on a straight road and just prove to you it doesn't blow up. There you go. And see, the engine's not blowing up at all. It is taking it like a boss. So that just proves to you that actually changing the J-beams is a really simple thing to do. And if you explore a little bit more into the J-beam setup, you can change a lot more than just what I've done, which I'm sussing out. Hopefully you got an idea of how to change the smoke and the damage physics of the engine, so obviously now it will last a lot longer, and the revs. If you've got any other questions, please let me know in the comments down below. I will definitely have a look. I don't think there's anything else now, because I know I was asked this quite a lot to do this. Well, if you enjoyed this video, remember to like, share and subscribe, and I'll speak to you in the next video.